What's good, YouTube? Yo, welcome to I guess part 2 of this I mean, I don't know if you could call it drama. It's not really drama, it's just I guess conflict maybe, I don't know. Part 2, all right, of the heavenly controller stuff. So obviously you watched my previous reaction to the exposed, or not even exposed, I don't know, how did he call it again? He called oh yeah, the downfall of heavenly controller video reaction. If you haven't, go check it out. I'll put it in the link in the description. And apparently heavenly controller responded, which I predicted in my initial reaction, by the way. So yeah, let's see. It's called Heavenly Controller is truly oh wait, hold on. Heavenly Controller is truly delusional. His response. All right, let's see what we got.
The other day I dropped a video titled The Very Disturbing Downfall of Heavenly Controller, which is actually doing pretty good. Go check it out if you need background on the situation. But this video has opened the door for many people to expose themselves in my comments, saying things like Heavenly is socially awkward and doesn't know, or listen to this one, consent cannot be given and taken away. I can't even get into how cooked we are as a society if these people are a part of the quote-unquote current future.
No, those are the losers that are online and don't have lives.
First of all, like I said, Heavenly is a grown man who claims to be smarter than everyone until proven otherwise. So if you think he doesn't know right from wrong, you obviously weren't listening close enough.
I am bad at flirting. Like, I'm not, for me to even make any like physical contact in any manner.
There is knowledge in facts and in like I guess book smarts, if you would say, and there's like knowledge in like emotions. You can be knowledgeable in both. You could be knowledgeable in only one and very bad at the other. That doesn't mean that you can be smart. I think there's again already a very bad take
with somebody. We have to have talked about it beforehand. I don't even care if it lacks grace. I will literally ask, or I will say, I'll have this conversation. I wouldn't know, I'm not good at that. I wouldn't know how to like just infer based off of like how they're looking at me or whatever. I'm not good at that. Like, I have to ask. I will literally I'll be like, hey, do you want to have sex?
As for the comment about consent, I can't even begin to get into why this statement is obviously wrong.
Yeah.
Consent can be given and taken away at any time, except if you lived in North Carolina in 2019 for some reason. If I'm dealing with a woman intimately and it gets hot and heavy to the point of us doing what grown-ups do, either of us have the right to give each other the okay if we want to continue or not. It's my job as a man to respect her wishes and keep it pushing. It's not hard to grasp. Yes, some of you may think it may be quote-unquote weird or ruin the...
Yeah, but the people that withdraw their consent, that's mostly when when the situation arises that they perceive as something that goes beyond their limits. And then at that point, the person that perceived the initial consent was already in the wrong, so you cannot win in that situation.
Moment, but it almost always leaves you out of situations like the one I talked about in my previous video. Another thing I saw is people saying that Heavenly quote-unquote beat the allegations, or they were quote-unquote proven to be false. Like,
I mean, nothing has been proven false or correct. There's not enough evidence. There's only hearsay. There's only like, oh, he did this, and then other women came forward, oh yeah, he did this to me too. And then Long Beach Griffey said, no, that's not true. Like, it's just a back and forth. You can't say anything against that.
He said himself. That is in fact wrong as well, based on the reception of my video and the majority of people I see speaking about him on the internet. So no, he did not beat the allegations. Some people are saying this, like I said in my last video, because one, the main girl who sparked this entire situation, Kimmy, was flirting with Heavenly and led him on during the entire night in question. 2, she admitted to having him on standby in case her relationship ended. 3, she's an OF model who used this to get more signups for her business. And 4, the two continue to text 2 years after the night Kimmy described, right up until she exposed him. So firstly, flirting does not equal complete consent even if I say no. I hope y'all know that. Thinking that flirting equals consent can land you in jail, bro.
Huh? No, you gotta. This is why I stay away from women, bro. They're so fucking complicated for no reason.
It's not a green light to do anything you want. God.
That's not the point. Of course it's not a green light to do anything you want, but it's a sign of approval. And after that, you can, you know, discover what is, you know, what is like the intention of both parties, and then you can come to a compromise. Like, but whenever you're like intoxicated with like alcohol or drugs, or like in a party and you're like in some sort of like situations where where the normal like conversations is very difficult to have, and it's more like you're more of into like your sexual urges than in your like mind. It's very likely that somebody makes a mistake, or somebody experienced something that they actually initially didn't want, but because they were intoxicated or like they were just not in this right space of mind, they later regret that certain thing, right? Now, of course, flirting is not consent. That I don't think anyone's. I mean, yeah, that moron said that, right? That one YouTube comment that you found said that. Sure, of course. I mean, I don't think that's like a very good indication of the objective reality that most people have.
Got it? Okay, good. The second point was only used to make her look bad, which it did, but it had almost nothing to do with the situation. You can argue that it makes her look like a piece of shit person for having someone on standby just in case her relationship ended, but none of us know what happened in her relationship other than that they were having issues, so to even consider her a cheater without any info would be ignorant.
That's cheating. I'm sorry, bro. Having a backup while being in a relationship with somebody else, that's cheating. I don't care. That's my opinion.
So that point is irrelevant. And I know what's some—
Of course it's irrelevant, because that's not proving your points. That's not proving your agendas. Like, that's not your bias is not about that.
You are gonna say, you said no one knows what happened, so you can apply that same logic to the accusations. Nah, the difference is I've seen both sides present their accounts, and what Heavily did completely ruined his credibility, which I explain for the 40th time later on. To the third point about her allegedly funneling people to her OF, there's strong arguments to be made that can make the statement be true, but the same thing could be said about it being false.
Oh, you're all of a sudden picking both sides? Huh. I remember you doing that, never the previous video. So I'm shocked how you suddenly like go from being very biased on one section, one perspective, and now all of a sudden you take in two perspectives. I'm just shocked. That's it.
It's still just a theory that I've always seen people say about alleged victims / accusers, that they're only doing this for clout, money, etc. I haven't heard a peep from Kimmy since the situation. I don't know if that's because I'm not a gooner, but yeah. And lastly, to the point about her continuing to text Heavenly for 2 years after the alleged incident, these things take time to boil over, and not everyone is the same. The only thing I'll be confused about is that she didn't file a police report. Maybe she didn't want the man in jail, or feared that nothing would happen. I don't know. Just going off of what I usually see when it comes to these victims and cases like these. But I can understand, like, why is she even still texting him? I don't know, man. One thing I do want y'all to remember is that Heavenly went from saying
all of a sudden you're not very unsuspicious of suspicious behavior. Like, this sounds very, very cutthroat. Like, why would you interact with a man that you accused of being a predator? And now, why she keep texting him? Oh, I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I'm sorry, bro. Like, your consistency in like your thought processes and stuff is very, very messy sometimes.
Saying that he didn't do it, to saying that he might have did it, to flat out admitting that he did do it, but not in the way that she was saying. On top of the deleted video of him talking in circles. Just listen.
Well, like, I definitely, like, this is so weird talking about this. But like,
yeah, he wasn't prepared to talk about it. He was flustered. He was in some emotional state. He was trying to like not seem as the real bad guy. Let's say he was not guilty, right? the logical response would be to completely deny the accusations, right? However, afterward, like while he was saying it, he didn't feel like that was the right way to say it, and then he changed it up twice, right? And the more forward he came, the more he gone through the whole situation, the whole like conversation at the stream, the more he was more letting go of like this fake denying the accusation, and then he started talking about the real truth, right? And yeah, maybe she experienced it as something, you know, she didn't want. That's already immediately SA, by the way. Like, can we like accept that? Like, the moment some woman has like an interaction with a man, doesn't matter who he is, how much she knows him, the moment there's something that he does to her that she didn't want or didn't ask for, that's already SA. Like, you can't win as a man. The moment a woman decides that you SA her, you SA her. Like, there's no like compromise in this.
I don't know, man. I was trying to get away from him, but he started to kiss my face and try to kiss my mouth, but I pushed him away. I definitely did not, like, I did not kiss her at all. I did not kiss her at all. No part of, like, I did not kiss any part of her body. None of that.
Yes, he's over-explaining, so that means he's lying. You could argue that.
We were up there for maybe like 5 minutes. I probably did try to kiss her, and then like she like stopped me, and then I stopped. Like, I didn't actually, you know, whatever. There was a time when I grabbed her when we were alone. It wasn't when we left though. It was like there was a time where we were leaving this club. It was me and her friend. They dropped me off at my Airbnb. And just me and her go up to my Airbnb. He dropped me off at my Airbnb, and then she went up with me. And then that's when I did that. Like, I did do that. When we were leaving.
Yeah, so that was not the same area or the same moment that the woman subscribed. Let's say he says the truth about that, right? That means he is not lying here. Right?
I didn't, like, no. Bro said in the stream, he grabbed her without consent. It's like, grabbed her without her consent. Like, what is that? Like, it's not like I attacked her. Like, I literally, like she said, I grabbed her waist. I did grab her waist. As she said, she eventually, like, I grabbed her waist, and then, like, we were like that for a minute. And she wasn't, like, pushing away or anything like that. Then eventually, she did. And, like, that whole instance only, like, lasted for maybe, like we just had, like, a normal conversation or whatever.
Like, come on, this is just bad. Then you have the accounts of other women, including his ex-girlfriend, confirming his inappropriate behavior. This is why me and a vast majority of people believe that he did it. I didn't just make this up. I'm going based off the information presented all over the internet that I thoroughly researched.
Yeah, hearsay. You know what the problem is with the SA allegations? It's the moment that a woman decides that it's SA, it's SA. That's it. There's no like gruesome way that you have to behave as a man to be to commit SA. You can do something that is deemed inappropriate and something that is unwanted by a woman, and that's already like it's a losing game. Like, interacting with women is a losing game. It's not worth it.
I don't hate the man or have some personal vendetta against him, but he did in fact have a downfall that I wanted to document. Simple as that. But the other day, Heavenly hopped on stream talking about lots of different stuff, then starts crashing out and losing.
You don't hate the man, but you hate watching his stream. Okay. Sure. Sure, man.
his mind as people asked him about a lot of things, including my video. So here it is.
I'm trying to find a comment that is above a 6th grade reading level to actually engage with. It's always the same old conversation every time I go live. Oh, why is Heavenly doing this? Why is Heavenly doing that? I miss this Heavenly, miss that Heavenly. It's like, I literally have been the same person every single day since the day I was born.
I disagree.
It just means that you just never been paying attention. It just means that you maybe saw me once or twice, and then you created a personality in your head, a parasocial relationship of who you think I am. You don't know me, nigga. You never have, and
True.
you never will. Find another
True.
human to project your own judgments onto. But at the end of the day, I'm just another nigga, bro. When every interaction turns to a philosophy lesson, it's called being an adult, my nigga. Like, you're saying, oh, this ain't an anime. You're right, it's not an anime, it's real life. It's not a game. I've always talked about philosophy. That's my...
Yeah. True. Eventually he turn into more of a philosophy standpoints.
My whole thing. I'm Heavenly Controller. What the fuck are you talking about, nigga? Like, that's why you are where you are in your life, and I'm here. That's why I'm the one streaming to 70 people right now, and you're one of the 70 people listening. I miss this content. I miss back when I used to suck your oh wait, it's like, bro, like, we're in the modern times now. Let's focus on the now. Let's not focus on all the stuff that happened in the past. It's gone. It's over. It's done. Someone on YouTube made a video on me. No, I don't care about. I don't know these people, and they don't know me. I'm a different timeline than 99% of the niggas on the internet now. Like, we need to understand. Like, for people always coming, oh, now Heavenly's a philosopher. It's like, bro, I had to dumb down my content so that you actually understood that it was philosophy, because it actually has been philosophy the whole fucking time, you fucking retard. Do you not understand what the point of entertainment of all this media is? It's supposed to educate you, so it is philosophy, right? When you watch Naruto, when you watch One Piece, Evangelion, Spirited Away, bro, like, it's philosophy.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong here.
That's why I got into anime. It's like we're reflecting on life. We are growing. We are evolving. Oh, your life's not anime. You're not the MC. You're just a side character, so you don't know what it feels like. I am the MC. Life is an anime. Art imitates life. Who do you think made anime? Niggas, bro. Or back when I was doing the YouTube shit in 2012, 13, right? Niggas didn't think that shit was cool. That was me being a nerd, right? So now that I've mastered the game, and now all the people today are doing the shit that I founded, that I created. Now I'm moving on to some new shit. It's the same cycle all over again. Now niggas are like talking, oh, what? It's like, bro, I'm just ahead of the game. You're getting left behind. I'm just in the future. I'm just in a different timeline than you. See, the thing is, there must be something happening outside of the Heavenly sect that I do not have account for. That's why when someone's like, oh, want to watch this video someone made of it? I was like, no. It's like, bro, you have to understand is that I'm a cult leader. I live in a bubble, and in this bubble, it is insulated of all toxicity.
Okay, I mean, he just called himself a cult leader now, so I guess a cult-like following back in the video that I reacted to. I guess he was right. He could have clarified that he calls himself a cult leader, but by this, on that account, I apologize. I was wrong. All right, he was a cult leader, I guess, or at least he calls himself now a cult leader. Maybe he already like viewed himself as a cult leader back in the day, and that he accumulated a cult-like following, which I don't really think it's true, because people just want to watch anime stuff, anime content and all that. But now he said it, so now you can call him a cult leader if all you want. So yeah, he is in this his own like echo chamber, I guess. I'm not going to leave my insulated dome where my sect resides into enemy territory where I don't know who these people are. I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know what energy that they're in.
Now, Afro Senju did comment on my video, giving his reasons for apologizing to Heavenly, which after reading it, I completely understand. Overall, I mean, this
I thought I was gonna read it.
Now, Afro Senju did.
My bad. Okay. Heavenly was kind of a rival in a healthy way with YouTube for me. One of the main reasons I apologize for the video I made is truthfully I did always want to see him succeed. The video I made myself was out of frustration of all of the fuck shit I was seeing at the time, and I regretted that shit a lot because I want to make content away from drama like that. Yeah, Afro's like that. He's not really into drama and anything like that. You got a talent with his... Wait, no, that's more... Where that? John was like, all right. Anyway, this was a really good video, man. You got a talent with this, for real. I wish things played out differently with Heavenly. Bro could have been a bigger creator than me if he locked in and left all of the other stuff out there. Yeah, I think so. If he didn't get tempted by the devil's temptations, he would have turned out way better than he is now. But I do think he's recovering from all the like the temptations. I think he's still like in the alcohol and like the drugs kind of business. Maybe he's not. You know, maybe I'm wrong. You know, let me know. But you know, I do think he's recovering in some sense.
Comment on my video giving his reasons for apologizing to Heavenly, which after reading it, I completely understand. Overall, I mean this with no disrespect, but this man Heavenly obviously seems like he needs some sort of help, so I won't sit up here and clown him or roast him. Based on what I'm seeing, he's far removed from reality, and it's not even funny at this point. But I saw.
Yeah, maybe it's a coping mechanism. Maybe he is pulling away from whoever, right? Because like maybe it left a mark on this whole like SA allegations. Maybe it left a mark on him. Like maybe he got so scared from that experience that, you know, he just pulls back. He just like, I don't want to have anything to do with that. I don't want to ever be in a situation where I could get accused ever again. And honestly, I can see that, right? I can see if that's the case. A lot of people are struggling with like mental issues that we don't know until it's too late. And I mean, all we can actually just do is like, you know, just encourage him to like, you know, be a better person than he was yesterday, right?
That's all I gotta say. I made this video to clear some things up because I just hate my point being misrepresented, man. That's all I gotta say. It's Fargo, and I'm out, man.
All right. I mean, having your point, having your point misrepresented is very, very annoying. I agree. I don't know if you like very much. I think you more like contradicted yourself than anything compared to like the video, because you were very biased in the video. But I mean, if that was not your intention to be biased, then okay, that's fine, right? You kind of failed on that, but that's fine. But anyway, I mean, who am I? You know, I'm just some dude that barely has any subscribers on YouTube anyways, right? But hey, I just want to, you know, give my perspective on this whole situation, because I mean, I used to be, you know, mentally and emotionally involved with this guy back in like 2016, 17. Like I was in my worst state ever. I was depressed to the point where I was just not eating, not sleeping, not showering, not brushing my teeth, like nothing. I did nothing, bro. I was just binge watching anime, binge watching YouTube, binge watching whatever, bro. Like I was in a very, very terrible state. And this might sound very fucking corny, very fucking cringe, but Heavenly Controller's content was one of the reasons why I'm still here, bro. Like his videos really just, you know, brightened my day. His wisdom that he gave me about a lot of other things was great. Like he really pulled me through some shit, man. He really pulled me through some era of my life that I would describe as a black hole. If it was a void, man, like those years of my life, they're gone, obviously, but they're not productive. They are like it's just a void. Like I did nothing. I didn't achieve nothing. I didn't do nothing. And it was just me existing in just space, floating, going from day to day to day. Very bad time. Luckily I'm way better now. All right. Depression, I've completely defeated that bitch. All right, that bitch is my bitch. Yeah, I guess. Like I've made depression my bitch. All right. Sometimes sometimes I'm still I get into a fight and then I lose and I sleep all day, all night, and do like nothing productive all day. But the majority of the times I win. All right. So I would say I am the leader here. All right. I am the leader of my own depression. I've learned to live with it. It's like Kurama, bro. Like I've lived with my Kurama, bro. My tailed beast. All right. We made a bond. We made a deal. Sometimes that motherfucker doesn't really play by the rules, but hey, whenever he does, the majority of the times when he cheats, I still win. So anyway, with that being said, let me know what you thought about the video, what you thought about my reaction, and like, subscribe. And with that being said, that's about it. Take care.